July 2020 Planetary Transits for Sagittarius and Sagittarius Rising. This is an equal house chart set up for 0 degrees Sagittarius on the Ascendant, Eastern Daylight Time, New York. We begin July 1st, 2020 with 2 retrograde planets in Capricorn in the second house sector. Jupiter at 24 degrees conjunct Pluto at 24 degrees. The Sun is placed in the 8th house at 9 degrees of Cancer, with the planet Mercury at 9 degrees of Cancer, retrograde. The planet Venus is at 5 degrees of Gemini in the 7th house. In the 3rd house, we have the planet Saturn at 0 degrees of Aquarius, retrograde and re-entering Capricorn on July 1st and moving back into your 2nd house. Mars is moving through the 5th house at 1 degree of Aries. Neptune is at 20 degrees Pisces, retrograde in the 4th house. The moon is in Scorpio at 17 degrees in the 12th house sector, and Uranus is in the 6th house at 9 degrees of Taurus. Overview. Transiting Mars, trine the Sun, will occur for November 24th through December 2nd. Birthdays over the first 2 weeks of July 2020, and for December 3rd through December 10th birthdays for the last 2 weeks of July of 2020. Channel this extra dose of energy and stamina constructively. Please refer to my videos on the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction 2020 for Sagittarius and Sagittarius Rising, uploaded in December 2019, as well as my video on the 6-month transit of Mars in Aries for Sagittarius and Sagittarius Rising, if you have not already done so. December 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th birthdays have transiting Jupiter in Capricorn sextile your sidereal Sun all month, a lucky vibration that you should take advantage of. Push for everything you want, work at whatever tends to be difficult, and you'll find that things will go smoother than usual. December 9th and 10th have Pluto exactitude sextile the sidereal Sun all month, and December 13th, 14th, and 15th have transiting Saturn in Capricorn sextile the sidereal Sun all month. With some hard work and self-discipline, significant headway will be made in furthering your ambitions. Rewards and financial payoffs are also possible. Transform anything you want to make better now. The nature of the sextile is opportunity that comes from communication and social connections. Transiting Uranus in Taurus is stationing by opposition on the sidereal Sun of November 24th, 25th, and 26th births from July through November 2020. Expect major life changes. Uranus moves very quickly. The tempo of events can leave you breathless, but very excited. If you welcome change, then you'll be thrilled. If you fear it, then you'll see this as disruptive. And I wrote, check your natal chart, because it all depends on how well Sun and Uranus are integrated when you look at your natal or birth chart. December 9th through December 13th birthdays have transiting Neptune square the Sun all of 2020, meaning take care of you. Neptune rules infectious diseases and allergic reactions. Please avoid taking chances in public by not protecting yourself. This is not the time to lower your guard and risk catching something. On another level, Neptune rules drugs, alcohol, and nicotine. It's possible to have a negative reaction to these substances, even though it never happened in the past. Under Neptune, our bodies are unusually sensitive, especially to chemicals and food additives. Drawing in Sun-Neptune people or Pisces people may occur. Please review my video on the Neptune effect on Venus, which is applicable since Neptune on the Sun also brings love into your life. Remember, you're the magician. These energies move through your consciousness, and from moment to moment, you are directing how these energies will manifest in 3D reality. It's your responsibility to be aware of how you're being impacted and then consciously manifest that energy in the most constructive and creative way possible. That is what a true magician does. The Darth Vaders out there who have been seduced by the destructive side of the Force are utilizing the same energies to dismantle creation and bring the collective consciousness down. Whatever path the soul chooses, one thing is certain: they will have to confront the karmic backlash of their actions. Keep in mind, karma has nothing to do with right or wrong. It is an impersonal, knee-jerk reaction of the cosmos. Simply action-reaction, cause and effect. On July 1st, Sun sextile Uranus between houses 8 and 6 could bring the opportunity to effect innovative change when handling your joint finances as well as the work you do, possibly by employing new high-tech methods. Also on July 1st, retrograde Saturn moves back into the sign of Capricorn and shifts into your second house sector. July 5th brings the full moon. 12:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 13 degrees of Capricorn in opposition to the Sun at 13 degrees of Cancer, spanning houses 2 and 8, highlighting the tension between personal needs and values versus the needs and values of partners. The planet Uranus at 10 degrees of Taurus is making a harmonious trine to this full moon in your second house and a sextile to the Sun in your eighth, bringing the possibility of an amicable agreement in handling joint assets. On July 8th, under Mercury square Mars between houses 8 and 5, control your tongue and temper, especially with regard to loved ones. This energy is argumentative, mentally aggressive, and egocentric. If you're feeling angry or frustrated, be careful of accidents, especially while driving. On July 12th, Sun Trine Neptune between houses 8 and 4 is a romantic, creative, and spiritual vibration that may manifest through a date with a loved one or simply staying at home and peacefully recharging your batteries. Also on July 12th, the planet Mercury turns direct motion at 5 degrees of Cancer in your 8th house sector. On July 14th, the Sun will make an opposition to the planet Jupiter between houses 8 and 2. A positive energy as long as you avoid going overboard, especially with spending money. On another level, arrogance and overconfidence in how you present yourself may be off-putting. In other words, take care not to step on anyone's toes today. The Sun opposed Pluto on July 15th is an aspect that warns against power struggles at home and at work. Pluto energies can seem very threatening to those around you, who will then react by trying to stop you. Obviously not the way to win anyone over. Of course, you may experience this energy in projected form and draw in someone who is overstepping your boundaries. As an aspect of potential violence, stay away from volatile people and conditions. July 20th brings the new moon, 1:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 28 degrees of Cancer, 27 minutes in the 8th house, highlighting joint finances over the month ahead. This new moon is in opposition to the planet Saturn at 28 degrees of Capricorn, retrograde in your second house. Communication and mutual understanding may be challenging in both personal and business partnerships over the month ahead. Avoid feelings of depression, futility, and hopelessness. Saturn can warp your outlook to the point where you only see the negatives and none of the positives. Apply the antidote to Saturn, Jupiter's positivism and hope. On July 22nd, the Sun enters Leo and moves into your 9th house. Also on July 22nd, Mercury sextile Uranus between houses 8 and 6 could bring discussions at work about corporate finances and innovative solutions to reorganizing your life to support the changes that are happening. Jupiter sextile Neptune on July 27th between houses 2 and 4 may bring an opportunity to learn about the spiritual dimensions of life on a deeper level, possibly through drawing in a spiritual teacher or guide. Also on July 27th, Venus square Neptune between houses 7 and 4 may indicate a misunderstanding between you and a family member. Mercury square Mars, occurring later in the day on July 27th, between houses 8 and 5, is frictional. Try to control what you say and, more importantly, how you say it. Diplomacy is required at this time. July 30th brings Mercury opposed Jupiter and Mercury trine Neptune, positive, sensitive, and healing energies under which to mend any recent discord in any of your relationships.